Depression is a psychological disorder. Often, many people confuse depression with normal sadness. They think to be sad or to feel low is depressed. Normal sadness is not depression, because when someone is normally sad, they may feel happy after a few hours or after one day. Depression has certain very specific symptoms, and it's a psychological disorder. The symptoms of depression are: the first one, that the person would feel persistently and pervasively sad. It means that regardless of the situation or the environment they are in, whether they are at home or at their workplace, whether they are at a party, whether they are doing something that they really like doing, across all these situations they will continue to feel very low and sad. That is the main symptom of depression. Apart from this, the person also feels a lot of fatigue in the body. They feel that the energy has drained out from their body. Thirdly, they lose interest or passion in all activities, even the activities that they enjoy the most. So if someone is mad about cricket or about something else, when they get depressed, they do not feel like attending to it. They do not enjoy it. The person also has disturbed sleep and disturbed appetite. Their food intake, their sleep patterns, they go haywire. Also, the person feels very hopeless and helpless about their present and their future. They feel that nothing is going to change and things are going to get worse. People who are prone to depression are the ones who feel very broken and shattered inside, which means that anything that goes wrong and they start feeling extremely weak and horrible about themselves. Depression is an extremely commonly used word. Anyone who feels low, anyone who feels upset says that I'm feeling very depressed today. But what they are actually expressing is not depression but normal sadness. There is a very clear difference between normal sadness and depression. Normal sadness is a universal condition which anyone feels. Anything goes wrong, you tend to feel a little low, a little upset, but in one day, in 2 days, you recover from that or you bounce back. Depression, however, is very different from this normal sadness. It is a persistent and pervasive sadness. It is a sadness which goes on. No matter what happens in your life, even if you were to come across the best news and you are suffering from depression, you will continue to feel low. Therefore, depression is a psychological disorder. It is very different from normal sadness, and it is important that we should be able to recognize when someone is suffering from normal sadness and when someone is suffering from depression. In general, when people suffer from normal sadness, there is nothing to worry about. But yes, when someone is suffering from depression, you need to be very cautious.
Psychotic depression is a subtype of major depression that occurs usually with another form of illness. Our psychology expert Dr. Pulkit Sharma tells us what is psychotic depression.
Psychotic depression is a very severe form of depression, and it is seen in very few and extreme cases. As the name suggests, psychotic depression, the person suffers from both psychotic as well as depressive symptoms. In psychotic depression, the person's functioning is extremely poor. Their self-care deteriorates, their daily life functioning deteriorates, they become like a vegetable. Apart from that, they have intense suicidal ideas, and there's a very severe risk that the person may make a suicidal attempt in this condition. The person also suffers from hallucinations. Hallucinations are certain perceptions, that is, they see certain things which are not there, or they hear certain things which do not exist. They typically hear voices which criticize them, blame them, and tell them that they are bad, they are no good, and they deserve to be dead. They also experience delusions, which are false ideas, that is, certain very strong beliefs in absence of any evidence. So, say for example, a person feels that they have committed a very grave sin even though they have not, or they may think of something very silly that they may have done, and they blame themselves a lot and they feel extremely guilty. Psychotic depression is a condition that actually requires a lot of intensive treatment and also care from family members, because the person is in a very vulnerable state. The person also goes out of touch with the reality. There's a break from reality in psychotic depression.
For more on mental health, log on to onlymyhealth.com.
Bipolar depression and manic depression are two names for the same thing. The older term was manic depression, and nowadays it's referred to as bipolar depression. As the name suggests, bipolar, which means that there are two poles of mood in this disorder. One pole, extreme sadness; the other pole, extreme euphoria and joy. And the person shuttles between these two poles. What happens in bipolar depression is that the person has two distinct episodes, which at times one episode predominates, at times the other, or at times both interchange. On one hand, one pole is depression, where the person feels extremely low, sad, hopeless, helpless, worthless, guilty. Their self-confidence crashes down, they don't feel like doing anything. The other pole is hypomania or mania, where their self-esteem is very high. They in fact think that they have extreme good talent, that they can do wonders, that they have some special powers. They make huge plans, their mood is very cheerful, they are constantly talking, singing, laughing. They become very disinhibited. They at times actually act very crazy and come up with very crazy plans and ideas. And what happens is that at times the person keeps depressed, at times the person is in a manic phase, and at times these two shuttle very, very rapidly. This condition actually requires a very careful treatment, because the person needs to be observed constantly that when their symptoms change, because they may be receiving the treatment for the depression and they may suddenly develop manic symptoms and vice versa. So this treatment, the treatment of this condition requires a very, very good deal of observation and care. Generally, people think that children are very small and there's no reason that they should get depressed. But the fact is that depression is a condition which affects many children and adolescents. And in case of children, it is also very difficult to understand whether they are feeling depressed or not. There is a distinction between normal sadness and depression in children, because any child is bound to feel sad or unhappy at certain points in their life. They are bound to throw temper tantrums, they may not like certain things, but that is not depression. Depression in childhood generally means that the child is consistently feeling sad, irritable, or withdrawn. Typically, when children are depressed, they are unable to focus in their studies. They do not like interacting with children of their age. They do not like playing. They like being to their own selves. They withdraw, and they are not the fun-loving kinds, and they may not interact a lot with adults. At times, children also become quite irritable and aggressive. So, though the symptoms of depression are similar across ages, there are slight differences in how different populations deal with and express them. So, depression is a condition that is very common in children, and it is important that whenever parents see a certain drastic change in their child's behavior, they should talk to the child openly and try and understand what is happening, and if that does not lead to anything, then they should not waste any time but consult a mental health expert. There are 4 sets of causes of depression. Firstly, depression is caused by certain neurotransmitter imbalances in the brain. A neurotransmitter called serotonin has been documented widely in depression. The second thing is that an experience of high stress, loss, which would mean loss of a job, loss of an important relationship, a big failure, a big blowing apart of your plan, all these can also contribute to depression. Thirdly, if you don't have a strong sense of self, or if you don't love yourself sufficiently, then what happens is that you will start having a low self-esteem, and any minor everyday stressor can make you feel extremely depressed. Lastly, in our Indian culture, people keep their anger and rage pent up inside. They do not express if they are displeased with someone, especially in the close relationships. This, in the long run, can make you depressed because the anger starts attacking yourself rather than being expressed outside. There are many ways in which you could prevent depression. First is having a good social support system. Always have at least one relationship where you can be yourself, where you could speak your mind out without being scared or without feeling that you would be judged or criticized. Because if you open up your heart and if you are able to vent out anything and everything that's inside of you, you would not really feel depressed. The second important thing you could do is to work on your sense of self. Failure happens in life, but if you feel reassured and if you feel strong about your own self, then nothing can really shake you up. Thirdly, it's important to see how you are kind of seeing the world. That also does make you depressed. So it's very important when you have extremely negative thoughts which say that I'm worthless, I'm hopeless, everything is helpless. Just try and think back about those times when you have been strong, when you have been good, when you have fought. Because when you think of all these things, they boost up your confidence and they challenge the extremely negative view that you have had. Fourthly, adopting a healthy lifestyle, which would mean a good diet and exercise and investment in some hobbies which you like. All this also acts as a buffer. And lastly, if despite all this you feel that the negative thoughts do not go away, please do not shy from consulting a mental health professional. Many a times people also shy away from that, and this worsens their symptoms. Helping a depressed person is very crucial, because if a person is able to sense that you are concerned about them, you are there to support them, they feel very motivated to come out of depression. If they don't see any such hope, they further slip away into depression. But helping a person suffering from depression is not an easy task. First and foremost, you need to understand them. You need to give them space to speak out their heart. Generally what happens is that whenever anyone tells someone that I'm feeling depressed, people say that don't think about this, you are being stupid in thinking about this, overcome this. That is a wrong thing, because the person who's feeling depressed, they are intensely feeling so, and by simply telling them that they should not think like that, it won't work. So it's very important that whenever you come in contact with a person who's depressed, you should allow them to speak out their heart. You should listen to them in a non-judgmental manner. After you have done that, the second step is that you should offer support to them. You should say that, look, I am there for you, I'm there to help you out, and I'll be happy to do anything that makes you feel better. The third thing is that you should encourage them and you should remind them about their strengths and their positive attributes. And you should instill this hope in them that, look, I can understand at this moment you are feeling very low, but this phase will end in some time. And you should remember that you have been so brave, that you have been such a happy and a cheerful person, and this will get over. The fourth thing you can do is to give them a deep insight and some literature to read on depression, so that they can understand that what they are going through is a psychological disorder which will get better with some treatment. The last and the most important thing that you need to do is that you should encourage them to take treatment for depression. In general, what happens is that many depressed people suffer in silence. They feel ashamed or fearful to take treatment. So it's important that you should tell them that just like you can have a physical illness, you can have a cold, cough or fever, in a very similar manner you can have a psychological illness, you can have depression, and there's nothing to feel ashamed about it, and you should go and seek treatment for that. So by these very small steps you can make a big difference to a person who's depressed, and you can help them come out of that depression.